surrounded by crystals right now, and it's a great feeling. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining on this video. I told you there was going to be another crystal haul in the future. I mean, I have a problem, and as usual, there is no end in sight. So let's get into it. So lately, I've been trying to get crystals that I really don't have in my collection at all, except for Labradorite, because that is my obsession, and I got a bunch more, and I'm going to show those to you as well. I will show you a close-up of all of these crystals because of the sunlight, which I love, but it washes out the color of some of the crystals, so I will show you close-up clips of all of them, but I truly don't know where to begin. I think I will start with this beauty right here, and this is citrine that has this beautiful honey color, and I love the clarity of it. It is so yummy. That's the only word that is appropriate. And I so badly wanted a piece of citrine that was this clear. I do have two other pieces, but none in this stunning honey color. I don't have any pieces of citrine that are in this beautiful honey color and with this amazing clarity. I love this. I mean, I love all the pieces that I have. There's just something so magical about citrine, and I can't get enough. Speaking of citrine and not getting enough, I was able to find this little star citrine. So citrine is not usually a crystal that has, I think it's called asterism. It's when you turn a crystal and it has a star within it, and I'll show you a close-up. This one has a 12-point star, and it has it on both sides, and it's quite beautiful. The clarity is also absolutely perfect. There is not one inclusion on it, and what's even crazier is, of course, this is natural. I don't buy artificial crystals. I don't really buy artificially coated crystals like Aura, except for one piece. So the fact that this is a natural citrine with that type of asterism is just beautiful, and I love it, and I love that it's small. Speaking of spheres, I also got this one. This is blue chalcedony or chalcedony. It was really awesome for me to find a piece that didn't have any of the yellow or the white inclusions. This is truly all blue. It looks like you took a chunk off of the sky and now have it in your hand. And it's so milky and light baby blue. It's just so calming, and as with all of these, I absolutely love it. Again, speaking of spheres, I did also get this blue fluorite sphere, and this one, as you can see, is this truly blue, not green sphere, and I'll show you a close-up with a flashlight underneath it so you can really see the blue, and I love it. I don't really gravitate towards fluorite very often, but lately they've been discovering varieties of fluorite that I just can't get enough of, and I just love how deep and blue this fluorite is. I love it so much. Take a shot for every time I say that, and y'all will be drunk by the end of this video. But speaking of fluorite, there is also this pastel stunning beauty. This one is from Brazil, and what's really amazing about this one is that it has this pastel purple and then this hat of green. It is so beautiful, and I just loved how pastel and light it is, yet the color is so striking, and the transparency is very different too. It goes from transparent to opaque, back to transparent, and then opaque, almost like this beautiful unicorn stripedy point. And I don't want to say I love it because I'm saying it a lot, but I'm quite the fan. Next is my first ammonite. And this, what baffles me is that this is a natural fossil, but over millions of years, there are varieties of ammonite that through whatever happens in the environment, it opalizes and becomes rainbow. And like I said, my sunlight, not your sunlight, but my sunlight, it washes it out. So I will show you a close-up, but this is the front. And then this is the back. And both sides have this beautiful rainbow color to it. It's just so cool. And I feel like because it's a fossil and such a obvious fossil, it becomes a great conversation piece. Whenever people come to your house and see an explosion of crystals and then they see this, they go, "Hey, what's that?" And I'm like, well, I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you. Moving right along, let's look at the labradorites. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces here to show you. But 3 of them are cabochons, and 2 of them are in this really beautiful Star of David shape. So as you guys know, or maybe don't know, but I am Jewish, and so when I found Star of David crystals, I was like, oh, that's great. You are mine. So this one here is this beautiful baby blue color, and I thought a blue Star of David would be just so appropriate and beautiful, and I love the size of this one. It's such a beautiful carving. It has no chips or anything like that, and I just love that full flash of blue. And then the cream of the crop is this baby here. And purple flash is so hard to show, so I think a close-up will definitely be necessary for this one. But what's so special about it is that it has a double flash that is more of a blue purple color, and then the pink purple color. So it has best of both worlds, that pinkish purple and bluish purple, or blurple as they call it on Instagram. And it's just amazing to find a full flash labradorite of purple, which is already difficult to find, but also in this stunning Star of David shape. I'm just so happy to find it. And then after getting this piece, I don't feel the need to get any more in my collection. That's a very dangerous thing to say because you know me, and who knows, there might be another Star of David in a different crystal, and I'm like, well, remember that thing that I said about not getting any more? I lied. So, to continue the labradorite tour is this beautiful piece. Again, it is quite shy. So this is another one that the light is just washing out, but this is another full flash beauty. This one has an orange pink full flash, but what I loved about it is that in certain lights it turns red, and I just wanted a full flash red labradorite for so long, and I like that this one is a thin freeform. It does stand, but it just, oh, it's so beautiful. Like, I wish so badly I could show it to you like this without the close-ups, but it is just so beautiful and I love it. And I'm just gonna place it right there behind me. But yes, I love when there's a full flash. I love when I find a labradorite in a color that I don't have. And now let's look at the cabochons. So technically cabochons are meant for jewelry making. I don't make jewelry, at least not yet, but there's just something about holding a labradorite that has this beautiful flash but isn't too heavy in your hand. So I have 3 here. So this one over here has a blurple type of flash. It's a bluish purple color, and as usual I'll show you a close-up, and I couldn't say no to it. I loved that this had a blue toned purple. There's angles that you can hold it that you can see a rainbow in it as well. Just absolutely beautiful. And then I got this one, which I wonder if you can see. This one has an orange and purple double flash. So there are certain angles where you hold it that it is more purple, and then angles that you can hold it that it's more orangey pink. But I loved that on the edges of this labradorite, you can see different colors. So it kind of creates this purple rainbow. And the shape was just so beautiful too. It almost, if you hold it over here, it looks like a heart, but it's this beautiful teardrop, and I'll never be able to get enough of labradorites. It is just my favorite. And then I got this one here, which is a thicker cabochon. And this one just had retro vibes to me. Again, my light is washing it out, but I will show you it closer up, and I just loved how 90s the colors looked, and it has this teal color in the center that fades out to orange, yellows, purples, and pinks, and the way that it's lined out with the triangles even within the triangle was super cool, and I'm just glad to add that to my collection. So the next one that I got is Tiffany Stone. So right now on the crystal community, there's a lot of fake Tiffany Stone from Afghanistan coming out, which is amethyst in calcite. But this is authentic from Utah. I found this seller. I will link him down below. And this beautiful Tiffany stone is so adorable. But what was amazing was that not only did it have the purple color on it, but it has dendrites in it as well. And these pink coral colors, which I didn't even know was on Tiffany stone. So this one is quite the interesting freeform. I love the different type of imagery that is on this piece with the pops of purple and pink. I love that it has dendrites on it. It's just super unique and just spoke to me, and I was really glad that I was able to get it on their live sale. What else can I show you? I'm going to save the rough crystals for last. So I have 3 more polished pieces that let me show you. So this next one is really awesome because it looks like a regular black palm stone. This is rainbow obsidian, and on each side of it, it has a different color scheme. Depending on how you hold it, oh, you can kind of see it there actually. It flashes different colors. So on one side, it is more green, red, and pink. Then you turn it on the other side and it is green and baby blue. And I so badly wanted to find one that had both that green and baby blue color, and this one took it a step further to add that pinkish reddish tone. And I love it because it just has so much texture to it. I love the shape. I really enjoy these Shiva shaped crystals. For me, they're really great for meditation. And obsidian is a very grounding crystal, so it was really awesome to meditate with this one for the first time. It had a very unique energy to it, and the fact that it had all of these colors definitely helped to focus your thoughts. I like to meditate sometimes with my eyes open. I'm sure that's a thing, and so the colors kind of help you stay focused on the crystal instead of letting your thoughts get the best of you and wander off. Also apologize for this lighting, you guys. It's just the sun is playing peekaboo as usual, so I'm sorry. So the next sphere is a recent obsession of mine. It is moss agate, and this one takes it a step further. I don't even know how I was lucky enough to find this one. And it is moss agate. Again, I'll show you a close-up that has baby blue on it. So the chalcedony on it. It has a quartz body, but what makes this one so amazing and rare is that this one has optical calcite on it as well. So when you turn it in certain lights, it flashes rainbow and green and yellow, and finding calcite on moss agate is so rare. I was so happy to find a few pieces of it so I could add it to my crystal shop, which I will link down below. So this one I just had to keep for myself because it's just so rare and I don't know when I'll ever find it again. So this has every color that I love in moss agate: the blue, the quartz, the beautiful greens. And if you can find yourself a piece of moss agate that gravitates to you, I highly recommend it. It is just a crystal that randomly came to be in my life, and I'm just so grateful for it. And the last polished crystal that I have is this one here. Super cute, reminds me of a clownfish. So this one is called Blue Carnelian, and what it is carnelian mixed with orca agate. And orca agate, it's typically gray, black, and white, and so this one is a combination of that mixed with carnelian, giving it that beautiful red color with the pops of grayish blue and then the white. It is an amazing combination. Again, very rare to find it together. So when I found this palm stone, I had to have it, and I'm very glad to add it to my collection. I love the polka dots on it too. It's just so adorable, and I love it. So we have 5 more pieces to show you, and these are just so special to me. This one here is black amethyst. This one does have a concrete matrix. So a lot of the time when you see amethyst in general, it'll either have an agate base, or sometimes what they do to make it a bit more inexpensive is they'll take the natural crystal, but they'll add it to a concrete base. That way it can change the shape of it. They can alter it a little bit more, and it makes it less expensive, which I kind of appreciate. I'm not too picky when it comes to the matrix. I care more about the sparkle. So this one is amazing. I never had black amethyst in my collection before, and then I saw this one on sale on a crystal page on Instagram, and the sparkle just wooed me, and I was like, you are mine. And I just can't get over the sparkle. It truly looks like a midnight sky full of stars, and guess what I'm gonna say, you guys? I love it. To continue with the theme of the sparkle, I got another piece of Wavellite, and I love this one because, one, it's not a very common crystal, and I'm trying to get crystals in my collection that are not very common so that it kind of amplifies my collection a little bit, you know what I mean? So this one was really special because it reminds me of peridot in terms of the color, that mint green color I just love so much. And Wavellite is so cool because it's very bubbly, but then when you shine a light on it, it sparkles like no tomorrow. And this one reminds me of a little Wavellite cake because of the shape of it. So I just loved it. It's so adorable. The next one, I always butcher the name. It is called Cavansite or Cavansite. It is these blue little formations right here on this matrix of, I'm not actually sure what the body is made out of, but the top has quartz in it with the Cavansite growing on top. And Cavansite is very expensive. It's very hard to find one that is a true formation of it where this blue piece is everywhere. I feel like that would be so expensive. So I was so happy to find this little sparkly one that had 3 pieces growing on top of it. That is more than enough for me. I just at least wanted 1 piece in my collection, and I love the way that it sparkles. I love the pop of the blue on the gray and the white, and it's just such a little fun piece to have as a pop in your collection. Then I was finally able to find a piece of hemimorphite, and this is also one that is mined out, therefore it's pretty difficult to find now. And this one is mostly matrix, but because it has such a large face, the hemimorphite was able to grow, and I love how sparkly it is. I love the color of the blue. There's a few pieces on Etsy that I was able to find, but they were so muddy and not a vibrant blue. This one, on the other hand, was this vibrant blue. There's no question about it of what it is, and I love it so much. And I was able to get it on a sale, so yes, that's always the best. And last but not least is another sparkly beauty. This is grape agate, and I'm sure you can guess why it's called grape agate. It literally looks like little grapes growing in a cluster. And what I loved about this one is that there is no matrix to it. It is completely grape agate. This is also what they call purple chalcedony or chalcedony. They somehow managed to polish this into a sphere, creating a sphere like this that instead of blue is this beautiful purple color. So if you see purple chalcedony, it is basically grape agate that is polished into a sphere. And what I love about this one is that when you turn it into certain lights, it has these druzy pockets that surrounded the grape agate, creating this beautiful sparkle. And what's really cool, or I think is really cool, is that within the purple there are these pops of green. So it truly is grape colors, and I love it a lot. And of course I had to say that because all of these babies I love, which is why I got them. And I hope that you enjoyed this long crystal haul. Tell me which crystal is the newest one that you added to your collection, and which crystal of mine is your favorite out of this massive haul. I told myself I wouldn't go crazy and buy more crystals, but just don't take my word on it anymore. There will probably be a crystal haul in the future because I have a problem, but I am so glad that you joined me on this video. Give me a like if you like these types of crystal videos, and as usual, I will see you in my next video on this channel. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I see every single one of you, and join this little family here because I don't only post crystal videos, I post a lot of random ones. In fact, the next video after this will be very random, and probably the video after that, so stay tuned. I love you guys. Bye!